This little fruit is a persimmon, and we're going to turn it into persimmon butter. If you live in the Midwest, I live in Missouri. If you live in the Midwest United States, or even up into Appalachia, you probably have heard or seen of persimmon trees. They are sometimes bitter, sometimes not. These happen to be really sweet, so we're going to make something out of them. There's some specific details on how to create persimmon butter that I want to go over with you so that you don't do it wrong and end up with something that doesn't taste so good. So let's go get started here. So this is my second batch of persimmons. As you may have seen in a recent short video, I have a trampoline under my persimmon trees, and they just fall onto the trampoline. I pick them up, so I don't have to worry about mud or anything gross. So it's kind of nice. So I have them all harvested. The first step is to remove the tops, just because if you have a bunch of these, and we're gonna be squeezing them in a bag, this bag here. You want to remove as much junk as you can. So that's the first step. I recommend this brewer's bag, or some called a brewer's sock. It's super stretchy and a lot more strong than cheesecloth, a lot easier to work with than cheesecloth because it's an actual bag. It's basically a sock. I mean, I tied this end because I have already cut it because it was really long. But yeah, it's basically a sock. So that is something that I'll show you how we're going to use that here in a sec. I will put an affiliate link. If I can find these on Amazon for you, I'll put a link in the description. Just click under the video and you can get these on. Probably going to be dirt cheap. I mean, if you go to a brewery store by your house, if you have one, they're like probably $1. So it's super cheap, but really, really nice. So because I don't have a tripod today, I'm doing this step by step. So the next step is to take all of them and put them in your bag. See how well this expands? It's really nice. Super stretchy, and we're going to be squeezing the heck out of this to get all the pulp. So you're going to want a big bowl. And do not put in the Scotch bonnet pepper. That does not belong in there. I just harvested that at the same time. I mean, on second thought, it might actually be pretty good, a little bit of heat in with the sweet. But for right now, we're just going to do straight up. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze it with one hand. You can kind of see, even just with one hand, putting a little pressure, all that pulp. So that is what we're going to collect into this bowl. So I'm going to use two hands. Next, in the magic of video here, where you're going to see a whole bowl full of pulp. But that's the next step. Just get all this stuff out. See how hard I'm squeezing? This bag is not breaking. So much better than cheesecloth. So I highly recommend you click my link and get it. All right, more to come in just a sec. I should mention, start with clean hands, and then I give you full permission, if you had clean hands, to lick your hands off, because it is pretty awesome. Anyway, maybe that's just me. I don't know. So next stop is, not really stop, it's more the next step. For every cup of pulp, I do a teaspoon of vanilla. So this is probably more like a tablespoon because there's about 3 cups in here. So we always just go until our ancestors tell us to stop. And Grandmammy just said, okay, Steve Meister, that's enough. It's probably a tablespoon and a half, but that's okay. And then we're going in with some pumpkin pie spice. This is where you can get creative. You could do like a little bit of orange juice, or, pie spice. You just do straight cinnamon. It's whatever you want. But this is probably about a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice for 3 cups. Maybe just shy of about a tablespoon. And then I'm going in with about 1/3 the volume of sugar. This is dark brown sugar. I like the dark brown because it's got the molasses in it, which kind of gives a little bit more of an earthy, deep taste. So, 3 to 1 pulp to sugar. And then this is the important thing. We're going to mix it, and we're going to jar it. If you add heat, or else, at least in my experience, if I add heat to persimmon pulp, it gets that bitter taste. Right now, I'm blessed with trees that drop in September and they do not have any bitterness whatsoever. I literally have had definitely hundreds of persimmons over the past 3 years. Zero of them have had any bitter taste. The moment that I put them under heat of any kind, even kind of warm it up, try to kill germs or whatever, I get that bitterness. I don't know, it must be some chemical in there that coagulates or something. I don't know, but we're literally just going to take this, and obviously then you'd have to refrigerate it so it doesn't ferment, or ferment it and distill it. You know, that's a whole different video, but that's it. I mean, this is a no-cook method. Definitely want to give it some refrigeration and eat it quickly. It does taste amazing, so I don't think eating it quickly should be that big of a chore. Let me know how you would improve this recipe. Would you add gelatin or pectin, or what would you do differently? I'd like to know in the comments. And if you want to see me putting it in jars here, but really as simple as that. And if you spill a little, it's okay because it cleans up. So I just encourage you, if nature is giving you persimmons, spend $2 or $3, grab some bags, and make some really cool stuff for cheap. And this is really good food that'll feed us for a while. So that is all. We'll catch you guys in the next one.